What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Friday, August 7th. Now, in today's dog video, we're going to be addressing the recent dog candles that we've been seeing over the past 24 hours. Now, I want to share with you a pattern that I'm seeing with the moving averages. I'm talking about the 50-day and the 200-day. We've been talking about these moving averages for quite some time, and they've been playing out as we expected. But I also want to talk about another thing, which is BIP 110 is most likely going to have a chain split that could occur as early as tomorrow, maybe even over the weekend. What does this mean for you, the dog holder, the dog person who's buying dog, selling dog, trading dog, or even transferring dog? Well, this video is very important for you to understand because you don't want to miss anything. It's actually really important to keep your dog safe. We'll talk about it. Let's get right into it. So let's go ahead and smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So you remember not too long ago, I talked about this MACD on the daily time frame. Remember, when I said that the MACD on the daily time frame looked like it was heading down, I did mention also that that was a fake out, and it absolutely was, because the red histogram bars did not show that there was a lot of selling pressure. You should see something like this, but we didn't see anything like this. We saw a minimum selling pressure, very similar to here. And we could see the next green histogram bars follow suit right after. So right now, as you're seeing with this blue and this orange line, they look like they want to enter into the buyer's market. Now, when we hop into a buyer's market, that's actually very good for dog. Dog on the daily time frame has actually formed a higher low. So what is a higher low? So basically, this is a bottom right over here. And whenever we see a bottom within dog's price, you want to know if dog is ascending into a new trend. But that's why we see another higher low. So this is a low, but it's higher low. And we want to keep seeing higher lows. We want to keep seeing dog continue to go up and up and up. But we will talk about charting analysis in a little bit to give you a little bit more context. But before we do, as a reminder, the Dog Effect book is now on sale. You can buy it on Lulu. There's a big thing happening right now because we want the Dog Effect to be picked up by Barnes & Nobles on their website and or select retail stores across the US. So if you can, click on the Lulu link in the descriptions below on YouTube or on my X account, and you'll find that there's a direct link to buy the specific book. And you'll see that there are people like, say for instance, Coach Hungry, we have MQ, Coer, we also have Sunix and King, who recently bought their copies in just the past 24 hours. Now, another thing I want to share with you is something really fun. This is an interactive map. So this is basically the dominance of sales across the world. So as you can see, there are not only people in the US that are buying, even though they dominate roughly 60.9% of total sales. You can see that there's Germany, United Kingdom, Australia, France, Spain, Canada, Netherlands, even China, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic. We also have Hong Kong, South Korea, and Portugal. So I want to give a shout out to all of you who have been buying yourself a copy. Again, Barnes & Nobles has a partnership with Lulu. They see the internal data. They see the amount of buy orders and where they're coming from. And when they look into that data, it gives them more of a reason to provide the specific book on their website. And better yet, select retail stores within the US and probably the world for that matter. And that's why the Dog Effect book is playing out exactly how the Bitcoin Standard book started. It starts off really slow, but once it's garnering more adoption, you'll see how Dog is benefiting the Bitcoin ecosystem, the miner fees, keeping the network secured, that the Dog Effect book will be the most studied book of all time when it comes to fungible tokens on Bitcoin. That's why the Dog Effect book is so important, and make sure to purchase your copy down below. Speaking of which, let's talk about BIP 110. So if you don't know who this guy is, his name is Chris Guida. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. But Chris basically was at a panel at Bitcoin Plus. And during this conference, he was basically presenting his thesis on why BIP 110 is needed to stop spam. Now, I will tell you, if you click on this link or if you find this video online, just fast forward past this presentation, go into the Q&A. The entire Q&A from multiple voices are literally calling out Chris saying, are you sure this is real? It all sounds like a conspiracy that you and the BIP 110 people are talking about. And in this specific clip, Isabel Fox and Duke, who is absolutely amazing, she's a great interviewer and she's also part of the Mara team, she scolded this guy point blank, did not care about his feelings, and he really got caught off guard. This guy, when he's explaining himself, he giggles, he laughs. You can tell just based on his voice and based on his presence, he has no idea what he's talking about. They need to be focusing on quantum computing, not JPEGs. But in a way, this does affect anybody that holds Bitcoin and even Dog. So, as you know, tomorrow, the BIP 110 activation begins. So they're going to find out for the very first time for themselves that there's not going to be any miner support and that nobody's going to want to fork over to this other minority chain because there's no financial incentive for people to go over there. No one cares about this. Nobody in the miner group, no exchanges care about this. But nonetheless, this is going to happen within 20 hours based on the time that I'm uploading this video. Now, what you need to keep in mind as a dog holder, this is what I suggest you doing. And maybe this is why people are buying Dog right now, is because once BIP 110 starts, it's going to cause a lot of carfluffle, it's going to cause a lot of confusion, and I'm telling you right now that exchanges are actually holding Bitcoin deposits and withdrawals during this time. So when the BIP 110 activates within the next 20 hours, make sure to just keep your Dog in your wallet. Don't buy any Dog, don't sell any Dog, don't transfer any Dog for God's sakes. Just, if you're going to buy any Dog, buy it on Kraken, because like Kraken and other exchanges, they use a synthetic version to use as trading for the official version. This is why you can buy, trade, swap within Kraken very easily. So if I were to say buy Dog, you buy it on Kraken, but do not transfer your Dog onto cold storage or hot wallet. Basically what I'm saying is, any on-chain activity with Dog, if you have Dog in your wallet on Xverse or whatever, just don't touch it. Just don't touch it for like 24 hours. Just observe everything. Don't sell anything. Don't buy anything. Just don't do anything on-chain, because I don't know what's going to happen between this minority fork, which is going to happen. And this is why some exchanges are halting their Bitcoin withdrawals and deposits, because they don't want their customers to lose their money. So that's why the exchanges, all the exchanges are doing this right now. So just keep that in mind. I just want to let everybody know, nothing to be cautious about. And remember, runes are not affected by this. Even if BIP 110 actually did activate in some imaginary world, runes are not affected at all, because runes are built within Bitcoin's layer 1 and they just are completely unaffected, and they're built within the 83 bytes worth of storage, which is basically what BIP wants to go back to, which we're not there. We're actually above that, way above that. So don't worry about it. If you hold runes, if you hold Dog, you're fine. Just, tomorrow, just don't do anything for the next 24 hours. Okay, now let's talk about what happened yesterday. As you can see, we saw a large candle. There was over roughly around 179 million Dog that was purchased, but not just purchased in one single buy. It was purchased in multiple layers of buying. So this person was buying and then waiting, and then buying again, and then waiting for arbitrage bots, and then buying again. As you can see, this person, when they did buy it, it pumped as high as over 80 million market cap. Now for context, 80 million market cap would have flipped Melania immediately. It would have been right around here. Not only would Dog have reclaimed the top 20 spot, it would have been within the top 15 meme coins again. That's how drastic this is. But of course, there's arbitrage bots, and there's also other, limit sell orders that are placed right around here, and that's why you see a large wick. But guess what? That didn't stop, because as of this morning, that large wick became a large candle. And that candle closed the highest that I ever had on a daily close above the 50-day moving average line, which is this green line. And then it even formed another green candle, which is very positive. These are two green candles closing above the 50-day moving average line. And remember, we're forming higher lows on the daily time frame. Now, why is this happening? Why is all of a sudden Dog still holding a 60 million market cap and also being retested up and up and up, trying to pump over and over and over and being retraced back, is being held down? It's because if you look at the amount of futures trading, there's zero. You know why there's zero? And this is something that I've been trying to tell everybody. Futures or perpetual trading is absolutely devastating for cryptocurrencies. It's not just Dog. For Bitcoin, Ethereum, meme coins, altcoins, perpetuals and futures within the crypto world is absolutely tragic. But the good news is that all the different platforms such as OKX and even BitGet, Bybit, they all remove perpetual and futures trading. So now that reduced any sell pressure, and now nobody can long Dog. Nobody can short Dog on perpetual trading. That's great news. That means the only way to make money with Dog is to just buy it off the spot market. So as you can see, we've been trading sideways at the 60 million market cap for 72 days, ladies and gentlemen. At the 60 million support level, the main resistance, believe it or not, is roughly at 65 million. Can you believe it? Because we've tapped it right over here, and we've even tapped it over here, and we've even tapped it here, here, and here. This is all the suppression happening right here. This is the resistance bar. And Dog, over those past 72 days, consolidating sideways, seems like the 50-day moving average line, which is this orange line, and the 200-day moving average line, which is this green line, is still dropping. For context, the first time that Dog actually broke out of this 50-day moving average line, the very first time, we were at a 36% gap between the 50-day and 200-day moving average line. Now look at this. Where are we at now? We are at 26.13%. That's over 10%. That has literally shrunk. This is great news. That means that now the bulls are in control. No matter what anybody thinks, you got futures trading and perpetual trading removed. Everything is now based on spot trading. Everything is based on spot selling and buying. Just spot. This is the best news for any cryptocurrency when it comes out, is that there's no perpetual trading. No matter what anybody says, perpetual trading and futures trading is absolutely evil. It never allows for a coin to experience price discovery because you have these greedy people buying synthetic versions of the actual token without buying the underlying asset. That's why this is very important. So that's why I'm sharing with you this image. As I said, we're seeing that right now on the daily time frame on the MACD. Dog wants to break out into the buyer's market, and that hasn't happened in quite some time. Now, I'm going to go over to the weekly time frame. The reason the weekly time frame is super important is because we haven't seen the weekly time frame for the MACD into the buyer's market ever since roughly August 4th of 2025. And you're telling me that this is about to happen pretty soon, where these blue and orange lines within the MACD are still heading upwards. I'm telling you that this is actually a really great start for dog price to show a complete reversal to the bulls. And that's why this video is very important. So as I mentioned before, make sure to be careful trading dog tomorrow because of the BIP 110 activation. It's going to cause a lot of confusions. Exchanges are not going to accept any Bitcoin deposits or withdrawals during this time frame. So just keep that in mind. Keep your dog safe. Don't do anything strange. If you're going to do any trading, do it on Kraken. And as mentioned, make sure to buy the Dog Effect book over the weekend. Buy it for a friend. Buy it as a gift for somebody that doesn't know anything about dog, or maybe is like crypto curious, or somebody that would benefit from this knowledge of this book. And it will allow you to become the better investor, not just within dog, but within cryptocurrency and meme coins in general. This book is something that I'm so proud of, and you have to purchase your copy down below. Make sure to post your pictures and your purchases on X, and I'll make sure to repost it, just like that we see in our brothers and sisters over here. So I want to thank all of our donors for supporting this channel. Thank you so much. Without you, we could not bring this daily dog content video every single day. So with that said, thank you so much. Smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding dog and moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.